Hi, good morning. Welcome to DBS This Morning. Well, I hope you're doing all right. I hope that we're all doing all right. Today we've got two amazing features. First, let's tap into the news desk. Let's find out what's happening.
Good morning. The Montessori Center was the best performing school in this year's CPEA, with students receiving the top 3 highest scores on the island. James Sylvester is the top performing student from that institution for the 2023 assessment, receiving a grade of 96.6%. He will be heading to St. Mary's College.
I didn't expect this. So when I was in grade 4, I had a plan to become the first on the island, but I thought it wouldn't come true since it got harder in grade 5 and 6, but here we are.
James has attributed his success to a balance of work and play. His mother, Karen Sylvester, shares in his elation. She reveals that her son is self-motivated and that helped him perform well. Some police news now on Wednesday, June 14th, about 4 a.m. Officers of the Northern Division Operations Team and the Special Services Unit conducted an operation in the northern part of the island. During the conduct of the operation, 2 search warrants were executed. A search warrant was executed on the premises of Rambert Marcus Shasang at Radwe in Grosile. 1 Glock 9mm firearm with a selector switch and 14 rounds of ammunition were recovered. Rambert Marcus Shasang was subsequently arrested and charged for the possession of firearm and possession of ammunition. On Thursday, June 15th, he was escorted to the 1st District Court for bail purposes and was remanded to the Bodley Correctional Facility. The Ministry of Health is encouraging people experiencing flu-like symptoms to visit the nearest wellness centers for care. This as the ministry proceeds with plans to shut down the urgent care department at the respiratory hospital and to start retrofitting of sections of that hospital to be used as the Castries Urban Polyclinic.
The Ministry of Health informs the public to visit the nearest wellness centers for care if they experience any flu-like symptoms. The Ministry of Health also encourages persons with respiratory symptoms or chronic illnesses to wear masks when seeking care at any of the wellness centers to protect against the spread of respiratory infections such as COVID-19 and influenza.
You're also encouraged and urged to continue visiting the wellness centers closest to you for general health services such as screening and care for diabetes, hypertension, wound care and vaccinations, among other services. The wellness centers are opened daily from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. The Cabinet of Ministers has approved the establishment of the Golden 80+ Health Package. Beginning July 1st this year, all citizens 80 years and older can access medication, hearing services and eye care services at local community wellness centers at no cost. Those free services are available upon submission of any form of national identification.
The benefit package includes the following. 1. The provision of prescription drugs at the community wellness centers at no cost. 2. Access to 1 annual hearing test at the community wellness centers offering the services. 3. Eye care services at our community wellness centers. And 4. Access to eye screening and surgery at the Cuban Eye Clinic located at the Old Victoria Hospital plant.
The hope is that the initial phases of that program will allow the government to evaluate the structure of its initiative, assess its effectiveness and refine a proper model for the delivery of services to more people during the coming years. The formal launch of the Golden 80+ Health Package will be held at a later date. Those are your top stories. Thanks for watching. Good morning.
Thank you, News Desk. Let's take a break and come right back. First feature for today, we caught up with a young man who's, may I say, venturing some innovative way of business. He's into 3D printing. Now, it's new to me. It might be new to you, but for those of you who understand and love that form of technology, let's take a look at this. So we happen to be passing through the Constitution Park today, and the business expo is going on. And the guys draw my attention to everybody in my ears about 3D printing. Now I am lost as a fish, but Coyote here is the proprietor of 3D printing.
Real 3D printing.
Real 3D printing. So I thought, listen, I cannot be ignorant for the rest of my life. So I tell the guys, Javon included, and my kids, I need to find out more about this. Tell me about what is 3D printing? I am lost.
Okay, so in a nutshell, we're a digital manufacturing company.
Okay.
So you have your idea of Amazon, Alibaba. Think of us as a combination of both, but located right here in St. Lucia, where we could get you your custom-made items from merchandise, custom parts, prototypes, and replacement parts. So keychains, cookie cutters, cake toppers, fridge magnets, bottle openers, you name it, trophies, we could do it here for you, as well as worn-out parts for your vehicle, blenders, appliances. We're here to make your idea, your design, or just make your tangible problem, relieve it. A thing of the past.
So it's like you like a little doctor now. You come to fix something. So you just said if I have a broken blender, you could fix that up.
Right. Wow. Yeah. So like on the yellow part right there.
Right.
Yes, the round one.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes,
so that's the base of the blender. So how many?
A few that broken.
All right then. So how many of that had to go to the landfill when we could have saved the whole blender?
Wow.
So instead of visiting courts 3 times for one item,
Right.
we could do it once.
And they wouldn't sell the pot like that.
No, they would never do
don't.
that.
So,
Yeah.
Wow.
And then we have stove knobs as well. We could do for you. You see the black one at the bottom here, the black circular one.
Oh, this one.
Yes.
Okay.
So you have your commercial stove knob. One missing. You don't have to do no makeshift again. Just pull out the part and bring it for us, and we could do it there for you.
And this little machine here is what does all this?
Yeah, well, that's one out of many.
Okay, so
Yes.
this one, what does this one do?
This
one
one-
does the wording.
Yeah, well, it could do anything, but the size is scaled down. So right now we have it on display. That's our to-go machine. So if a day we don't feel like working in the shop,
Right.
we could go on the beach and work.
Wow.
Yeah, so that as well. A carbiner, 3D printed. This is our logo keychain.
Wow.
So if you want keychains from 1 to 100 to 1,000,
You're getting that.
we could get it done, and we could actually, our price is competitive. So a keychain can start at $30 and go all the way down to $5, depending on the quantity.
How long now have you been doing this?
7 years.
What sort of material do you use in the because it looks plasticky?
Yeah, it is actually. It's a special grade of plastic.
Oh, so we can't just use any plastic?
No, not at the moment. So we have 3 classifications of plastic.
Right.
So we have standard, that's commonly used. It's also biodegradable. We have flexible for what we use for our keychains and certain other things. And then we have our industrial grade material. In that you'd get material that could take heat, pressure, fire, and tension.
Right.
And also food safe material.
But I like the fact that you said biodegradable, because it means now if any of these happen to end up in the environment, we know that we're safe.
Exactly.
But in terms of, because I seen all of that and I seen it's plasticky stuff, and I'm thinking, is there ever a one where you can actually, like, we have so many used plastic stuff, like plastic bottles and stuff like that. Is it ever get to a point where we can you recycle this? Is there a process where, maybe not you, but in the 3D thing? Does it happen?
Yes, there is that happening in certain parts of the world right now,
Right.
and that's something we want to eventually get happening down here.
Wonderful.
But for now, we want to actually decrease the amount of imports, because if we have like 90% of everything we import has a plastic component in it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. When you were thinking about putting this business together, was it a conscious thing, or were you just thinking about something to get into?
I was just thinking of a new idea to get into, to invest in at first, and I didn't think of it at such a grand scale.
Right.
At first, I was just thinking of just making little trinkets and items to sell.
Right.
But when I realized this by itself can solve 3 major issues we face as a country, the long turnaround time for orders, the high import duties on goods,
Right.
and as well just the lack of available personal or customizable items.
Right.
this real 3D printing solves all of three of these.
Well, you here at the Business Expo, does that mean that the authorities or the people, they have the vision as well? Are they thinking along that line? Are you going to do you see yourself making progress in terms of selling that prospect?
Of course, they might not see it right away, but I'm sure they're getting it, and having opportunities to be at the public's face like this and to be in their presence gives them a better understanding as to what we're doing and why we're here.
Right, and how we can assist us as a
community.
All right.
Exactly.
So tell me where we finding you. Are you on Instagram? Are you
We're
on
on
social?
Instagram, Facebook. You could WhatsApp us, email, and Google. So Instagram and Facebook is r.3dprinting_758. You could Google us at Real 3D Printing, and our phone number is 519-8070. Email address real3dprint@gmail.com. That's REAL number 3 letter D PRINT@gmail.com.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Coyote? Okay, I get it right?
Yes, you got it. Yeah. Coyote. You got it.
Pick up yourself, darling.
Thank you.
All the best in the future with this 3D thing here. I might be coming to you with some knobs for my.
Not a problem. Anytime.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And now our second feature, the Carnival Bands Association has partnered, and they have decided to invest in some of our young ones, grooming them for the major pageants in the coming future. There's got a princess pageant that is on this year, put on by the Carnival Bands Association, and we caught up with them. All right, we're here with Barbara Dubley. I call her Auntie Barbara. It's not by chance we are here. Again, Auntie Barbara is known. I mean, if you do not know, then let me enlighten you. Auntie Barbara is known for having a very vested interest in the development of young kids. And she's at it again. We remember her with the PAN, the students in PAN. She did so much within that fraternity there with the young ones. And her passion continues to burn. And she's not letting up at all. She's continued to pour into the development and the future of our young ones. So she's at it again, and we're about to find out what is happening. She's got a group of 6 young ladies we are going to meet and see in a minute, but I'm going to allow her to explain to us what this mission is all about. Auntie?
Yeah, good afternoon, and thank you, Maureen, for having me this afternoon. Well, of course, I'm a member of the Carnival Junior Carnival Pageant Committee, and I was asked to assist. And of course, once it's young people, for the development of young people, I don't refuse. And so the Carnival Bands Association, this year they have decided to, of course, grow the Junior Carnival. And this is another event, the Princess Pageant, that they thought it would be, just very nice to have an additional event along with the Junior Carnival bands. Yeah.
Right. So what does that mean? It's going to be a full-blown pageant. What age groups are we looking at?
The age groups are from 10 to 13 years, and the children are from various schools, both the primary and the secondary schools. Along the bands, of course, as I said, they're more the bands than the schools. And so the bands have they are working with Barry, who is the president of the Carnival Association. The support is there. The parents are very excited because they think it's very good for young girls. And it's not only about, people think when they talk pageantry, it's just what's happening on stage. But we have had the 6 young girls. They've gone through a lot of training, table etiquette. Bay Gardens have been very wonderful in supporting this event as well. They have had the children a few weeks ago, and of course, from table manners to what is expected of them, growing up. There were so many. We had Louise Victor, who is known again. She came around and she spoke to them about pageantry, about growing up as a young girl, the values and what to expect as they grow older, because we know, of course, there's a lot of negativity around them. But when the positive things are being done, we need to highlight it as well. And they have been doing a fantastic job with those young people.
What is the ultimate hope, starting with them this young?
Well, of course, some of them, they've said to us that they love pageantry because their parents have been part of it. Some of them have been associated with the Kiddies Carnival Band. One little one said to me that they've been what they've always wanted to be, a princess or a carnival contestant on stage. So I think they're looking at not only becoming a role model, but I think through the workshops that we have done with them, they are now seeing that I'm more than just a young girl growing up. I have a lot to offer, and even those that didn't have their self-esteem as low, we noticed that through the workshop, and even as I go through with them, working with them, I could see the glow now that they're so happy to be part of a group. That is something that sometimes maybe they've been lacking of, yeah.
Right. Speak to that now in terms of you and the passion that you have in ensuring that you lend to those young minds. You've always been involved in that field. What are some of the things you, being involved, hope to impart to them?
Again, I've worked as a professional teacher. I started working at the Common Rennie, then at Leon Hess. And of course, I had the opportunity to work for many years with the arts and culture. I worked at CDF and working with various groups from the young to the old to the adults. You know, it just, there is satisfaction with working with groups because you could see improvement in whatever it is you do. You could see people who, again, as I said, the arts is really empowerment. And when you see that you work with, say, for example, the steel pan, people don't value the steel pan, but the steel pan is such a powerful tool for young people. It helps with the discipline, the concentration. There's so much that you can help. And I worked a lot with young people around the island with the various PAN groups. And I saw there was so much growth, so much self-worth coming out of those young people when they belong to a group, when they know that somebody is looking out for them, somebody is loving them. And of course, not all, we know some of them don't get that. And so when you work with those young people, the satisfaction at the end then is gratifying.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Now, when is this pageant is going to be taking place, and where are they at right now in terms of preparation?
Preparation-wise, I think, of course, we have the bands are going to be, they're going to be working with the various bands and portraying the costumes. So they will tell you which band that they are portraying costumes for. We have the, I don't want to give it away, but there's a little segment that we have never seen on stage in any pageantry, so that people could look out for. We have, of course, the usual evening wear, and of course the talent, and the talents are wonderful. They're working on the talent so far. So we are just waiting for the July the 2nd, and that event is going to happen at the National Cultural Center. And it's a Sunday afternoon, it's a family afternoon, and everything is going to be children oriented. We want to make sure that it is a junior pageant. Everything is going to be about the junior, you know, and then it's going to be a wonderful afternoon. So we are asking families to come out and support those young people.
Hi there, I'm Candy Nicholas, and I'm a certified holistic health coach, and it is an absolute pleasure to be here with you once again discussing all things health, wellness, beauty, and everything in between. Now, over the years, I've noticed this trend of an increased interest in makeup and all the magic that comes with it. As a self-possessed beauty junkie with a pharmacy of products in my bathroom to prove it, I've also enjoyed seeing a spike in interest in skincare and a range of products and dermatological services to go with it. It is, however, paramount to our overall skin goals to ensure that our lifestyles support clear skin. Beauty starts from within, and the skin is the body's largest organ. And as I keep saying, your skin is the billboard for your overall health. And with the knowledge that I've gained over the years, I can almost always look at one's skin and have a fair idea of some of the things that may be going on their insides. That is why we should not only treat our skin ailments topically, but also get to the root of what's causing them. For instance, acne. And I know a lot of people suffer from acne and we think that it's normal. It is normal, but it's not ideal. It happens a lot, and the fact that it happens a lot doesn't mean that it's okay. So, for instance, acne may be a sign of hormonal imbalance, which leads to other more serious ailments. It may be a sign of a sluggish liver, nutritional deficiencies, and even parasites or worms. A darkened or swollen under eye area may often be a sign of poor sleep, which is detrimental to your overall health, as it can either cause or exacerbate almost every disease. It may also indicate an allergy to certain foods, or may indicate that your kidneys need some attention. So we all love an eye cream, but make sure that you're not just covering up something more serious. Hyperpigmentation on your face may be indicative of insulin resistance. Rashes and marks over the body may indicate parasitic infestation or worms, and the list goes on and on. Now, the products that we use on our skin can be extremely effective, and I plan to put you on to some amazing ones that are available here that I use and I've seen amazing mind-blowing results with, but they work even better when you're dealing with things from the insides as well. But here are some of the ways that you could deal with things from the insides. I would say first and foremost to eat your skincare. What you eat and properly digest, because you could totally be eating all the right things but not digesting them properly, so therefore not getting the benefits from them. That affects the look and feel of your skin. So have you noticed a difference in your skin when you eat certain things? I know people who say when I have dairy, by the next day I have pimples, or when I eat a certain thing, I get rashes. So what you eat definitely, and even the dermatologists who used to say, oh, your diet has no impact on your skin. There's more and more evidence of it now, and studies that are being done to prove that. So they're finally coming on board with that idea that natural health practitioners have said for many years. Now, balancing your sugar levels also has an impact on your skin, because it's the key to lovely glowing skin and also to preventing dry skin. Raised blood sugar causes the sugar to exit through the kidneys and carries the water out of the body, and that causes dehydration. So we want to, as much as possible, avoid refined sugars, simple carbohydrates, and processed foods, and that will then lead us to maintaining healthy blood sugar levels. Now, vitamin C. We know that it's great for colds and immune system function overall, but it is paramount to collagen production. It's always existed, but it's become more popular in the last few years to ingest collagen in the form of supplements or foods like bone broth. And you could get that same effect by giving your body the building blocks to create its own collagen, such as vitamin C. But definitely do both if you can. But if you can't afford expensive collagen supplements, just ensure that your vitamin C intake through foods and supplementation is what it should be. Another key to great skin is healthy fat, because it's how your skin gets this glow that we're all after. Too little fat in your diet can make your skin look wrinkled and dry. So we want to focus on healthy fats from plants like nuts and seeds, and avocados are now in season, and from wild-caught fish. So ingesting these healthy fats will help your skin to stay moist, firm, and flexible. I took a very heavy dose of omega-3s last week, and the effect was almost visible by the next day. So healthy fats and protein. Don't forget your protein, because your body turns the proteins that you eat into building blocks called amino acids and reuses them to make other proteins, including the very same collagen we just spoke about and keratin that form the structure of the skin. Now, minerals are finally getting their time to shine. There was this huge focus on vitamins, but minerals are just as, or some argue, more important than vitamins. Zinc is one of them that has been shown to help with keeping your skin clear, smooth, and glowing. It also helps to keep your skin healthy and to heal more quickly after an injury. It's needed to keep cell walls stable and for the cells to divide and specialize as they grow. And You can also eat your sunscreen. Zinc has been shown to help to protect the skin from UV damage because of the way it behaves in relation to other metals in your body like iron and copper, and it also acts as an antioxidant. So again, there's been this hyper focus on sunscreen, but what you eat also affects how your skin reacts to sun exposure. Selenium is another mineral that helps certain antioxidants protect your skin from the UV rays. Selenium deficiency has also been linked to a greater chance of skin cancer. So we'll get into some other minerals subsequently, but let's talk about fiber. So you need to ask yourself how often you go to the bathroom. I always say it's not a sexy topic, but it's one you need to at least think about, if not discuss, so you can be sexy, because not going to the bathroom is not sexy on many, many levels, and you cannot have a healthy body or healthy skin if you don't. Studies have actually showed an improvement in the skin health of participants who ate 30 grams of high fiber cereal, and it doesn't have to be in the form of cereal. You can get fiber from eating a wide range of plants. High fiber diets help regulate blood sugar, which may result in reduced inflammation and in turn less acne. In addition, fiber is a food that can help in digestion and reduce constipation. So you're getting this natural cleansing every day. For this reason, another theory of why fiber may help improve acne is its natural ability to regulate bowel movements. So as I just said, it helps the body to eliminate toxins. Keeping your digestion running smoothly and regularly can also help to lower inflammation. We'll stop here today, but I guarantee you that this discussion, because it's one of my favorite topics and I know it's yours as well, will continue later. So see you soon. My name is Candy Nicholas. Bye.
And that is our feature for today. I hope that you're going to continue to stay safe and stay watching DBS this morning.